Hey, guys, welcome back to another episode on the RandomSauce podcast. It's been a while since the last one. If you guys noticed, the audio might sound a little bit different, hopefully. I have changed a few things. First off, I want to give a huge shout out to Spectre Gaming. I will leave his channel down in the description of the YouTube videos, also on the Spotify version of this podcast. But yeah, guys, he helped me fix the audio. Apparently, it was it was just didn't sound good, so I set it to be DVD audio quality. That was a thing. I've been using computers for God knows how long, and I didn't know that was a thing, but here we are. Also, you guys may notice everything's a little bit different. The walls are a little bit different. Everything's just different. My face looks like I'm a ghost. Yeah. So I got a new room. I have a current room tour on youtube.com/PhilipAnthonyYT. However, I will be doing an updated one very shortly because I have some things I changed around since last time. One of the new things is a new Xbox One S because my old one had, some things happened with my old one. So, yeah. An Xbox One S. All set up with that. Recently, actually, I've been watching some Netflix series on it. Through the One Guide app. I have my Fire TV stick, so I have Netflix on there and everything. I use Netflix on there mainly because, well, why not? If you guys want to add me on Xbox, my gamer tag is Philip PhilipAnthYT. Because I already had another gamer tag, which is Philip Anthony YT, but I'm not going to use that gamer tag, at least not anytime soon. Might use it in the future, but we'll see. I also created another account called FPS Dude Bro, because why not? There was also another one I created. I think it was I forgot what it was. Oh, PAE sucks lol. That's mainly an account where I'm not going to get into any parties. It's just when I play a game, I play a game, But yeah, if you guys do see me on the Philip Anth YT account, keep in mind I might not, I won't be, if it says it's on TV, then, I'm not going to be joining any parties or anything. It's just because I'm, watching YouTube, or Netflix or something. Speaking of Netflix, what was I gonna say? Speaking of Netflix, I started watching a movie. I finished it. It's the Pokemon I Choose You movie because I haven't seen that one. It's pretty interesting. I learned why Pikachu doesn't like going into Pokeball. I also learned that Pikachu can talk like a human being, so there's that. One thing I didn't like about it was the fact that they had Pokemon up to Generation 7. Because I remember Cross, the other guy in there, he had a Lycanroc and an Incineroar. A Lycanroc and an Incineroar. And I think this is supposed to take place in either Kanto or Johto. The movie is taking place in one of those regions. And then you have what was her name? Verity or something, who had a Piplup from Gen 4. Those Pokemon weren't around back then, but hey, whatever. Same with Lucario. But yeah, so I watched that movie. I also started rewatching. Actually, no, I started watching the first ever Pokemon anime because I haven't seen the original. I've seen the first episode. I know how that goes. I skipped that. Yeah, I skipped that episode because I know what happens. I've seen it. The rest of the series I have not seen. I've watched the entire Sun and Moon series, but that was it. I'm watching whatever I could find on Netflix because they don't have everything on here. They have the first series and the Sun and Moon series. So yeah. Hoping that they do release every other series. One of them I want to watch is Pokemon Advanced. Pokemon Advanced as well as the Diamond and Pearl series, just because those are those are ones I'm more familiar with. I can speak. I started off in Sinnoh on my first Pokemon game, Pokemon Diamond. Yeah, I started off in that game. My first Pokemon, believe it or not, was a Piplup. Go figure. Um, wasn't the best option. It did good against the first gym, but not so good against the second one. So that was a bit rough. But I have learned that Chimchar is the better starter in that region. Um, Speaking of Pokemon I Choose You, Ash didn't want to. Ash only cared about training his Pokemon with care, while Cross is like all about strength and everything like that. And then Ash started turning into Cross, sort of, by saying like, if Pikachu would have won that battle, or I should have chose a Bulbasaur or a Squirtle instead of Pikachu. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I'm still trying to keep it down. I don't know who's awake right now. It is currently all on 14 as I am, recording this. But yeah, I've been going for like 6 minutes. I don't know how it was only 6 minutes, but yeah, there were a few other Netflix series I wanted to watch. Um, I know I already finished Death Note. That was one of the first anime I've ever, well, besides the Pokemon series. Um, but as far as like series that are like I feel are meant to be anime, because you have Death Note, but I don't know if that's ever been like in North America as far as like a main thing like Pokemon was, or a long time ago Bakugan and Beyblade. Those were like those are just in North America. They had their own like franchise, I guess. Pokemon, you had the games, cards, whatever. Bakugan, you had the toys. Beyblade, same thing. Death Note, there's not really anything to do with that. It's just an anime. So, hold on. But yeah. So there's that. I watched Death Note. Let's see. There was another series I wanted to start. Oh, Seven Deadly Sins. I want to start watching that. I watched a few episodes of it. So yeah. It was an interesting turn of events when I found out what the name of the guy who owned the bar was. I'm not gonna spoil anything because I don't want if you guys do want to watch it, I'm not gonna spoil anything. But yeah, yeah, you basically see the guy who runs the bar, who's a little kid. You see him at the beginning. There's some things about him that you'll find out like I think in the first or second episode, either way. But yeah, so I started watching some of that. So I'm enjoying that. Any other anime? I'm not sure. I do want to definitely watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That is something else I want to watch. What else? Let's see. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know. There are a few different anime I want to watch. Um, I, oh yeah, but JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Bleach. Um, I don't know. There's a few different anime I want to watch. Those two are definitely ones I want to watch. Haven't gotten around to those yet. I do want to finish. I want to finish Seven Deadly Sins, so we get and then I'll go into the next one. Oh, by the way, about Death Note. I don't think the Netflix adaptation of it is good in any sort of way. They literally took it and made it into like a movie that you would normally see in theaters when it comes to that sort of stuff. It's like I don't like it. With Death Note, you had the suspense and everything, and in the in the Netflix adaptation, I'm just like, yep. Let me guess, he's gonna do this. Yep. Like, nah. I wasn't a big fan of the Netflix adaptation. So yeah. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about that. I, I watched through the entire thing. I skipped through a few parts though, but other than that, I made it to the end. Eventually. Um, yeah. So let's see. So far, I've watched Pokemon, which I guess is an anime. Um, I've also seen Death Note, and I'm watching Seven Deadly Sins. That's the anime list so far. I think there's like a website called My Anime Lists. I gotta look that one up. I might create an account for that. Who knows? But yeah. Um, that's about it. So that's the Netflix series I'm watching. Also watching a few different movies. Well, I already watched a Pokemon movie. Two of them. The I Choose You and like another one with Lugia. But yeah. Yeah, I watched two different ones. I'm not sure what the one with Lugia is called. It's a pretty new one though. That includes Gen 7 Pokemon. I know that because one of the Pokemon in that movie, that's like forgot what that Pokemon's called. I'm not good at Gen 7 or Gen 6 Pokemon for that matter. Gen 5 and older, I'm like more around there. I know more about them. Especially since I don't have a Gen 6 or Gen 7 Pokemon game. At the moment, my DS, which I actually bought a new Nintendo DS for. One second, let me pull that out. For those coming from the video, hold on. For the people coming from the actual video side, you can see it here. But it's the red 25-year version of 25-year anniversary of Super Mario Brothers. It's just the red DS, but with the Super Mario Bros. 25th anniversary. With the mushroom, flower, and star right next to the camera. And in this, I happen to have a copy that I happened to come with the DS when I bought it online. Pokemon White. So yeah, I'm playing through that. I also have a few different games on here through an SD card through Homebrew. I have games like let's see. I have games like Pokemon Fire Red. I'm playing through Leaf Green because of the Pokemon in there. But I'm playing through Heart Gold. I choose Heart Gold over Soul Silver for one reason in particular. I was thinking about this last night because I know Heart Gold. I know where where that tower is. The where you summon Ho-Oh. The thing is though, with Soul Silver, you have to go to like the Whirl Islands, and that's where you catch Lugia. But there's one small problem with that. It's a big cave that you have to explore. Whereas with the tower, it's like, alright, you go here, you go up the ladder, next level, take care of that, next level, you know. With caves, it's like, alright, you go through the entrance, then you have other places to go, and there's like ladders and openings, and that's why I went with Heart Gold, because the part where you get the legendary changes, and it's much easier, like, since that part is mandatory. The first part is mandatory to go to one of those places, depending on which game. You can go to both in each game. Only one is in the post game. It's not required. It's just there if you want to do it. You could if you want to, but it's not mandatory. So that's why I went with Heart Gold, because I know it's fairly easy with instead of like caves, you have to go you have to go to different ladders and different cave entrances, and yeah, it's just not. Just harder. I believe it feels like Soul Silver would be harder to get through because of the cave. Whereas in Heart Gold, you can visit the Whirl Islands and get Lugia later on, but you can't. It's not like it's not mandatory. It's if you want to, you could, but it's optional. So you can, if you want to, you can catch Lugia. You don't have to. So you don't have to even go to the Whirl Islands. That is not the case with Pokemon Heart Gold though. That's not the case with Pokemon Soul Silver. You need to go there to catch your Pokemon and get that part of the story done. So like, I go with Heart Gold just to make things easier for myself. Also, I remember when I first started the game, I got Quilava before even completing the Bell Tower or the Sprout Tower, whatever it's called. Yeah, I didn't even face the first gym yet, and I already had a Quilava. So yeah. Now there's also a website that you guys can check out where it gives you like different passwords, so you can get 3 different eggs: a Whooper, um, Whooper, um, what was it? Slugma, yeah, Whooper, Slugma, and Mareep eggs. And then you also got a bunch of like different wallpapers for your PC, of course. But yeah, um, yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, so I'm playing through Pokemon Heart Gold. Um, I've started playing a little bit of Platinum on my tablet, but since I have my SD card on in here on my DS, what I can do is I was able to transfer the SAV file. Now on my tablet, I have to use something called Drastic. It's an emulator for Nintendo DS on Android. Let's do a file here. But the problem is they don't have the traditional save file. So I downloaded this NDS save converter, and I converted the DSV file to an R4 save file, which is SAV. And that works fine on the SD card and with the other ROMs, so yeah. Also in Pokemon Heart Gold, I forgot to mention I just beat Morty. All of his Pokemon went down fairly easy thanks to Kenya, which is a Spearow, in my case Fearow, that that you get for free, and you have to return it to somebody. Except for one thing, you don't need to return it. You can just keep it. Grand Theft Spearow. Yep, I committed Grand Theft Spearow. But yeah, I can only imagine like either that guard or his friend being like, "Oh, I remember that Pokemon, Spearow. I had one that was also named Kenya." Oh, I could just picture that. Like, oh look, this trainer has a Fearow. That reminds me a lot of my Kenya. Oh, that one's also named Kenya. That must be mine. But yeah, so is that. Um, yeah, I don't know what else I want to talk about. I really don't know. So we talked about the new room. I had mentioned I also have a room tour over at youtube.com/PhilipAnthonyYT. And I will have a new one coming soon. I talked about some Netflix series because why not? I might do that in the next podcast episode. Also, I also got a new Xbox One S, so yeah, there's that. I'm sure I will be doing a new room tour. Uh, so yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of the podcast, episode 6. I'm hoping the audio did come out good. The only problem is this desk. I have my leg right next to it, like to a point where it won't move. But if I move my leg, it's gonna sound like the whole building's coming down. Like, yeah, just, yep. I don't know if you guys heard that, but yeah, sounds like something's coming loose. I don't know if that's 100% true though. Hopefully I can get a new desk. Hopefully one without metal, because yeah, I have like the metal legs on this desk, and preferably something with wood. Um, won't have that problem. So yeah. Hey guys, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button. Also make sure to check out my main channel, Philip Anthony YT, or you can go to youtube.com/Philip Anthony YT. Also check out my friend Spectre, who helped me get my mic working and make it sound better. So I'll leave his channel down in the description, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. See ya. Bye bye.